right, friends, welcome back to the Blessed Family Podcast. We have got a very short but hopefully helpful podcast for you today. This is presenting a resource from the saints at Hillsdale. Let me give you a little introduction. We're going to jump right in. I love living now. I love living in the 21st century. Sometimes I used to think, I'd love to go back, Virginia 1745. What a sweet time it was. And, it was. But God, I know in the book of Acts it says that God chooses when and where we are born. And so like Esther, you are here now for such a time as this. And there are many reasons to love living now. Obviously, there's the good food, the clean water, the clean air. I believe there's another Reformation on the way. God is building his church. The list goes on, but one of, and the focus of today, one of the main reasons I love living today is that there's so much information at our fingertips. And I'm not talking about all the nonsense, the misinformation, and all the deception out there. Yes, that is present. And you teach your children how to think, they'll recognize it for what it is, which is absolute nonsense. So many words popped in my mind right there. But I'm talking about good, solid teaching. I mean, there's no excuse, there is no reason that we should not be the most educated people in history because we've got it all at our fingertips. All of the great writings, all of the great philosophies and ideas, they're just all there if we know where to look. And Hillsdale, founded in 1844, is a great place. It's a great place. Back in the 20th century, by the way, back in the 20th century, in the late 1900s, I think it was, they told the government that, hey, you know what? We don't need your money. We're going to be fully independent. Wow. That puts them above the rest. They teach the great books. They teach the classics. Truly a great school up there in good old Michigan. God bless you all. And what I want to do is I want to make you aware of their online courses, okay? So online Hillsdale courses, if you Google online Hillsdale courses, I'm sure it'll come up. The website is online.hillsdale.edu/courses. Don't try that, just Google it. And it's great because these courses are online. They are taught by the professors at Hillsdale, a very conservative Christian college. And they are free. So you can take your children through these courses. They're taught lecture style like a college would. They have notes. They have quizzes that you take. It is very professionally well done. And I just want to browse through their catalog. That's all that we're going to do today is I'm just going to present to you some of the courses. We've done a handful of these. Actually, I'm supposed to wrap up one today or tomorrow with 3 of my children, and then moving on to something else. So first we have history. Okay, so they have ancient Christianity. They have the rise and fall of the Roman Republic. I'm not going to mention all of these. There are dozens of them. They have the Second World Wars. Man, I'm fascinated by the Second World Wars. They have Athens and Sparta. The American heritage from colonial settlement to the current day. They've got one on Winston Churchill and statesmanship. And so your kid signs up for this class. They watch it at their pace, which it's pre-recorded lectures. They take the quizzes that are online that are so easy to take. You don't need to print anything out. They have notes if you want to print out the notes. We don't print out the notes. We just listen to the lectures and take the quizzes. And then at the end, if you pass the final quiz, you print out a certificate that says, hey, I took this course. Now, I don't think they're accredited at all, the courses. But man, it is just really, really cool. Okay, next section, philosophy and religion. Okay, let's see what they got. C.S. Lewis on Christianity. These guys are big C.S. Lewis fans, which means that they've got it going together. You can learn Aristotle from them. Many people would say, why learn the pagans? I think it's great to learn the pagans from a Christian lens. It's us pillaging the Egyptians. It's us. Listen, anything that people say that is right is the grace of God. So pagans got some things right. And it's also good to learn Aristotle, Socrates, Homer, people like that, because they shaped Western culture. And some of the shaping was good, some of the shaping wasn't. So to go and hear, like for instance, if you are a missionary to a Marxist country, it's good to understand Marxism. Well, we are in this world I mean, if you're in Western civilization, that's very Greek. And so to learn how they thought and what their arguments were, and to swallow the meat and spit out the bones, that is powerful education. Theology 101, they've got that. They've got, okay, literature. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. We are about to finish up Dante's Divine Comedy, which is one of the greatest works of literature ever. It is fascinating. I always had heard of it, but now I know it. I mean, obviously, I don't know it like these professors know it, but we were taught and we went through it and we took the quizzes and we listened to the lectures. And I would like to say that we read the poem. We tried to, but we ended up basically going on and having other people just explain to us the story because, you know, that's just okay. Shame on us, but we know the story, and it is absolutely fascinating. They have this one professor. I don't know his name, but he teaches all of the Bible literature. So the Exodus, the story of David, the Genesis narrative. Some of the trailers I've watched makes me think there's some things maybe that I wouldn't agree with on him, but then I saw people in the comments say, "Oh, you know what? This guy, they made him look a certain way, but he's actually really spot on." So I could be wrong. I hope I am. But he definitely has the coolest beard of all of these professors. That guy's wins. He wins the beard award. I've also heard him read the first lines of Beowulf, so I think he has been educated in Old English, which is awesome. What else do they have? They have some Jane Austen. They've got classic children's literature, which is fascinating. They've got Shakespeare, of course. They've got the Great Books 102, Renaissance to the Modern. Okay, well, where's the 101? Where's the Great Books 101? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Great Books 101. Okay, so wow, this is good. You know what? I think I might do this course with my kids because it looks like an overview. First, you do Great Books 101, which is the ancient to the medieval literature, and then you do Great Books 102, Renaissance to Modern. I mean, think about that. So, and it also tells how long it takes to do these courses. The first one is 10 hours. The first one is 12 hours. So, you know, you do half an hour a school day. You're getting these done in a month, and your children have been taught by amazing conservative Christian worldview men, and now they have an overview of the great books, which many Christians don't even know what the great books are. Okay, guys, I hope you sense the passion in my voice because this is good stuff. Okay, politics. Now, we've done some of these. Where's the one we did? We did Constitution 101, the meaning and history of the Constitution, which is taught by the president of Hillsdale, which is a really cool guy, super guy. I would highly recommend that. Listen, go on your computer, Google Hillsdale Online Courses, make your free account, sign up, and then find Constitution 101, the meaning and history of the Constitution. There are things I learned in that helped me write my book, Christianity and Government, and things about the Declaration of Independence that no one knows about. And it's just absolutely fascinating. Like the reality that government gets its power by the consent of the governed. These are things that we've just lost. And so if we want our children to take dominion, if we want them to be people that are bulletproof to the schemes of this world and are also movers and shakers, this is the education they need. It's a big deal. Okay, they've got the Federalists, they've got Marxism, socialism, communism. You need to know that. Totalitarian novels. You need to know that. The American left, from liberalism to despotism. Well, that title tells you these are good thinkers. The American left, from liberalism to despotism. Man, they've got an introduction to the Constitution. They teach you about the U.S. Supreme Court. I need to know, man. I mean, listen. Well, actually, let me finish, and then I'll give my great conclusion. Okay, so hang in there. Congress, how it worked and why it doesn't. These are all courses. The presidency and the Constitution. Constitution 201. Okay, that's good. Okay, economics. Now, I know this guy. They don't have the names of the professors in this catalog, but I know him, and I've heard his stuff on economics, and it is awesome. And he has a course here, Economics 101, the Principles of Free Market Economics. All of us need to know that. Another one called Understanding Capitalism. Another one which talks about the Laffer curve. Hey, do you know what the Laffer curve is? It sounds like some kind of weird comedian. The Laffer curve, it's something we need to be educated on. Okay, they've got the fine arts. They've got one on the history of classical music. I want all of these. This is really, man, is this doing to you what it's doing to me? Because it's making me wish I could pause time and go through all of these. This is like convicting me, and I prepared the teaching. Okay, lastly, mathematics, natural science. For all of you mathematics and science geeks out there, I love you. Guess what? They've got the great principles of chemistry. Shows a guy playing with fire, which is awesome. And they've got mathematics and logic from, I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. All right, so guys, this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you're an awesome family educator, which I'm going to guess you are, and you're looking for some good resources that are free. And if there's things that you're like, you know what, I really want to teach my kids stuff. Look, if you're anything like me, you want to teach your children things that you don't know. For instance, I want my kids to know about economics more than I do. I want them to know about philosophy. I want them to know about literature. Well, guess what? I don't know about that. And this is where you learn together. My education began really when I started homeschooling my kids. And it is a beautiful, powerful thing. So friends, Hillsdale online courses, please check them out and try one. Try the one on the Constitution 101. If you really want to just jump in, do the Divine Comedy. Once again, there's quizzes after each lecture and there's notes. It's awesome. It is very professionally done. You will be blessed. Hillsdale. All right, friends. Well, hey, blessings to you. We have so much information and knowledge at our fingertips. Let's take advantage of that. Of course, knowing that it's not about what we know, but who we know, and it's about who we are. It's about character transformation to the glory of God. All right, guys, love you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.